Okay, I'm here at Wortham Park and I'm going to try a starter set challenge. With me are 3 discs. I have this Innova Starter Bag, and within are 3 discs that I'll be using. They are essentially from a starter set. Apologies for the wind, but today I'll be playing with 3 discs that are approximately 147 grams each. Got an Aviar from Innova, as well as the Shark as a mid-range, and my distance driver will be the Leopard. These 2 actually came out of a starter set, but 2 different ones. This one a friend gave to me. This one I found. It had no identification information on it whatsoever. And this one here is a driver that I bought a year and a half ago. It's actually in pro plastic, but I've used it so much it's become a little bit more flippy. So this should emulate essentially relatively new discs outside of, coming from Innova starter set. So that's essentially what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing with these 3 discs only. There's a little bit of a wind, so that's going to be interesting to see how that plays against these discs. It's actually a pretty brisk wind, so should mean some hilarious disc golf calamity is about to ensue. This should be challenging, trying to get past this tree. I'll take it. Here we go. Okay, this very next hole should be directly in the center of your screen, just to the left of a tree that's behind me. That's what I'm aiming for. It's approximately 400 feet, so it's going to be 2 or 3 drives for me. Let's go. Okay, I challenged the notion that that was 400 feet from the tee pad to the basket. It looks like it's closer to about 220, because I made it maybe about 190 with this Leopard. So I'm close enough to try to putt, so I'm going to try to putt this close to the basket and get a par. Okay, this is a little bit further away from the basket than I'd like. I should have putted a little better, but I'm going to go ahead and try to get this in and get a par. Wish me luck. Alright, the basket is 190 feet that way. This is what I'm aiming for. My driver is too flippy, so I'm going to use my slightly overstable mid-range to make some distance down that way. I don't expect to get remotely close. I just want to make 100 feet or so towards that direction and see what I can get away with. Unfortunately, that's about 70 feet. Alrighty, as a beginner, I don't have many options, so I'm going to shoot this again into the wind. The wind is actually coming towards the camera from back there, so I'm going to try to do the best I can. That became a little bit of a roller, another 60-70 feet. Alright, I'm going for my 3rd shot. Alright, time for throw number 4. Okay, as I indicated on the previous hole, I will be throwing upwind, so the wind's going to be pointing at my face. So the putter is straight, the mid-range is slightly overstable, and the driver is understable and somewhat flippy after a year and a half of use. So I'm going to go ahead and try this again, and we're going to see how this goes. And this is, I think, just about the longest hole on this course, 310 feet. There's nothing actually at 400 feet. that's about what I want. Okay, the wind is picking up again, but there's really no time like the present to throw. I'm not going to try to wait for the wind to die down or anything crazy like that. I'm here to play just like a beginner would play, so let's just see what I can do. Released it a tiny bit too late, but I had a cut roll that brought it back in line. So I'm about 25-30 feet away from it. I'm not good enough to land this putt, so I'm going to try to do a safe putt towards the basket, so I'll take an easy forward. That wasn't even a soft bid. The wind picked that up. The wind is picking up. I have about a 30-second window of opportunity to try to putt within that time frame, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I was close enough to not have to worry about that. We're past the halfway point of this challenge. I'm now on the hole 5. It's approximately 270 feet according to the indicator here on the concrete, and it's basically directly in your line of sight between those two trees. I'm going to try to rip this as hard as I can without grip locking. Wish me luck. Slight late release, but acceptable for my level of play. Alright, the basket is slightly behind me and the wind is blowing pretty fierce, so I've got to be delicate in trying to get this as close to the basket without going too far beyond it, too short, or too far to the left and right. I don't want it blown out of the way. Looks like I have a tap in 3. I'm not even going to use my putter. Alright, the basket is 330 feet that away through the wind, so yet again I'm going to throw the most overstable disc that I have and try to get what distance I can. This is going to fight the wind better than the other 2 discs that I have, but this is not going to be an easy drive and upshot. I'm actually satisfied with that. I got about 80-85 feet out of it. Alrighty, it's still straight ahead that way. One thing I notice is each time I throw this, I'm throwing with a slight anhyzer, so it's actually turning. So I'll be working more on trying to throw it straight for the rest of this little round. Alright, for my next throw, got about 70 feet. I'm going to try to get this as close as I can to the basket for my 3rd throw. Unfortunately, I let that one go a little too high and a little bit too much to the right, so I've unfortunately added another stroke. But let's get this close to the basket. Again, the very center of the screen. The T-pad says 300 feet, U-disc says 320. I'm just going to see what I can do. That's something like 120 feet or more. We're just going to see how it goes. So my throw, I put at approximately 180 feet, considering how close I am left to the basket. I'm less than 100. So I'm going to still use this overstable disc. Even though I've got the wind behind me now, I just feel a little more confident in this and getting it closer without crazy ill effects in the wind. While I feel like I got lucky with this mid-range placement, still got a little bit of ways to go. This is going to be a little bit of a touchy putt in the wind. All right, this one's a little weird. It's only 165 feet. That way I've got the wind behind me. I'm gonna, instead of throwing my driver, throw a mid-range just to get it kind of in the area. I need this to sort of fade a little bit more than what my driver would do. Plus I'm worried that I may throw the driver too hard and it'll go way past it. So I'm gonna try this for the middle of the road approach and see how close I can get. All right, that's pretty good. All right, I'm about 40 or 50 feet out from the basket. I'm gonna go ahead and use this mid-range one more time just to get it as close as I can as possible. Parked. Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna use my putter. Kind of fade that way. As long as I don't lift this too much to the wind, it's just kind of go straight. I don't expect this to go too big. The harder I throw, the further. I actually have a hut with that. All right, I'm actually 22 feet out. I measured it using my feet to this disc. This is a birdie opportunity, but what do? Do I go for it or do I play safe? I'm gonna do a soft bid for it and see what I can do because I'm fighting the wind. The wind is coming from behind me, heading towards the camera. So I'm actually fighting the wind with this putt. Let's see what happens. Birdie. What a way to finish this challenge. I'm still a beginner, so I'm into the positives here, but let's make that a positive. I did better than I expected. I came here thinking I've never been here before, and once I arrived, I was like, oh yeah, I think I was here like a year and change ago before I ever started using U-disc. So I'm going to mark this as played, figure out my score, and I'll present it after this part right here. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.